So, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tony Sindelar. Well, not your Dungeon Master, but the Dungeon Master for the people you're about to hear from. You join us live from Undermountain. If you haven't listened to any of the previous live streams or video recordings and have just been listening to the podcast episodes,
it'll be really
I'd probably stop now because it's going to be really confusing because we're several hours ahead of that.
It's amazing we can get a Wi-Fi signal down here in Undermountain.
Well,
is there like a dimensional portal of some kind?
Yeah, to a Burger King, I think.
Undermountain is an up-and-coming neighborhood, so there's already Wi-Fi in place. So, you were in the shrine of, I sometimes pronounce it Jergal, sometimes I pronounce it Jergal, depending on whether it has 2 or 3 syllables. Don't call me out on that. And you just fought a variety of skeletons and zombies that were basically just here trashing the place. And you've defeated them when you heard a voice calling out from the doors to the north. Hello?
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. Are you Brother Bathelby?
I am Brother Bathelby, proud servant of the Exarch of Jergal.
Hey guys, we found him.
And
so I've got an idea. Maybe we should introduce ourselves to Brother Bathelby so he knows who we all are.
Well, my first question was going to be, is it pronounced Bartleby or Barthélemy? Because I've heard it both ways.
Or Bartleby.
I'm easy going down here. It's not often that we get visitors here in the tombs. In fact, this is the first time we've gotten visitors. So it's technically Bartleby, but, you guys just rescued me, so I'm trying not to be a jerk about it.
Well, I am Peter Dragonforge, a paladin and leader of this group, and let me have my associates introduce themselves. Flessa?
Hi, I'm Flessa. I'm a rogue, and I'm short, which you could see if you came out from that door. And yeah, I'm not very smart.
Rizwin?
I am Rizwin, a dwarven cleric. If anybody needs any healing, I can help you heal it out. Otherwise, I am mostly searching for origins of my clan down here. And
Alestrin?
You.
Oh, me. Hey, I'm Alestrin. I'm a ranger, an elf, as you can see. I kind of wander around shooting stuff with my bow.
And then there's Melik and Kay, but we don't really, they don't talk, they're not talking right now.
There may be other adventurers whom you do not know yet.
Oh, okay.
So has he come out the door, or are we still talking to him through the door?
The door is ajar, his head's peeking out, and,
Hello?
he's, in order to kind of, take you all in, he is now, the door is, solidly open. And you can see that, this is, a rather, he looks old, perhaps even ancient.
So, bald, 38. In Undermountain years.
Yes. He's a millennial.
That's a step up from the Dark Sun average of 22, so
yeah.
He's doing all right.
He's got a shaved head. He's wearing kind of darkly colored robes. And he seems
is his
happy
head
to see you.
Stylishly shaved, or was he mostly going bald and then just went ahead and shaved it?
I mean, I can't always tell the difference.
Usually like a little stubble kind of thing.
Was Brother Sepulchre bald as well? Maybe it's an order thing.
Maybe he's using some sort of a cantrip to keep his hair shaved so that there's no stubble.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'd like one of those. That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, where is this guy, by the way? Where's the door that he's speaking from?
It's from the north. The north
side of the
up
chamber.
the steps. Past
the double doors there? He's up behind those double doors?
This one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Up here.
Remember those magical holy doors that half killed all of the zombies before we got there?
Thank goodness for that.
Right.
Doors are our friends sometimes.
I wonder if they were holy because he was back there doing something special.
Well, it's part of, this is the inner sanctum. I've been secluded here for, it may have been weeks. So yes, this is the inner sanctum. I've kind of locked myself in here when the undead came in here and started smashing everything, and they made a horrible mess of this place. This is really discouraging.
Yeah, this is worse than my room.
Yeah.
We were sent to find you by by the fellow member of your order up in the Yawning Portal.
Brother Sepulchre.
Brother Sepulchre. He measures a lot of things, including us.
That's good, because I was going to ask about your heights and widths next. I
didn't.
didn't.
Again, we're all set. We're set.
I appreciate the rescue operation, and even more so that you know who I am and are not just simply in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, well, we're that too.
Yeah, I do not know Brother Sepulchre.
Don't downplay it, dude.
but we've written to each other, and he's supposed to take over for me here. I'm actually, I think I'm about 2 weeks late for a meeting with him. Did he seem angry about that?
No, well, he wanted to find you and thought he would be, he wanted us to find you and see if you were okay.
Very, very prudent. The Order of Jergal, we are known for our sense of prudence and good thinking about plans. It's good that he did not send himself, because he would probably be dead. And though that is a place that we will all go eventually, I do not think it was his time yet.
So you've been down here for 2 weeks?
At least. Probably more than that. There was a meager amount of water and rations I had here in the inner sanctum that
that was my next question.
Used up about 3 days ago. So the last several days have not been great. Those creatures have just been beating on the door for weeks. So I have not slept much. It had been foretold that my eventual demise would be long and drawn out. So there was some peace in knowing that this was it.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have something to look forward to.
I guess this was not my demise, and so my demise will be more long and drawn out than this. That is unfortunate to think about.
Well, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll still be long and drawn out, but less long and drawn out.
Unless the prophecy was that it will be the longest and most drawn out of anything that you experienced. It could be less than this.
I suppose it was not that exact. You know how prophecies can be.
Indeed.
So you're this god that you have this shrine to here. Is he the one who protected these doors and made it so you could hide out back there?
Indeed.
And if we were to hang out back there, once we get you out of here safely, would that also be a safe place for us to, take rests and that sort of thing? Or is it only safe while you're here tending the shrine?
No, it would. In the long term, if the rites are not maintained, it will eventually lose some of its potency. But I would be honored if you were to take rest in the inner sanctum of Jergal.
Yeah, I'd be honored to be able to do that.
Yeah, I think that would be good for all of us after we fight all this stuff. Do you mind if we come in and rest?
Can we crash at your god's place?
Yeah.
So he opens up the double doors. He shows you. It is basically. There is a rather imposing statue that you can assume is of Jergal. It's of a man, a hooded man, Jergal, arms outstretched, and he's holding a skull, looking at it thoughtfully. And there is a cot, and there are some crates and
to die or not to die
vases that look like they might have had water in them that are empty. And probably if you all needed to, you could crowd in here. It would be a little cramped. You'd probably be kind of sleeping head to foot on the floor. But this would be a very safe place to stay, because there's not a lot of like closets, nice little safe rooms with doors, only one way out, and especially a door that literally kills zombies that try to break it down. That seems great. Now, I think probably you're not ready to take a sleep just yet. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I was just asking for future reference.
For future reference, this would be a great place to retreat back to.
Good to know.
All right.
Okay.
So, did we just take a short rest?
I look pretty rested on my sheet, so I think it hasn't been long since we did.
Well, we took a short rest before the fight with the giant zombie and right outside these doors.
Did he hit us?
So I guess technically, if we talk to him for more than 5 minutes, which we have, it's been a short rest here.
Yeah. If anyone needs to take the mechanical benefits of a short rest, please go ahead and do that.
Oh, all right.
Admittedly, the door did most of the work in that combat.
It's a very good door, isn't it?
Can we just carry that around with us and use it as a shield? How heavy is it?
It's quite heavy.
It's probably the shrine that's holy anyway, and not so much
yes,
the door.
I think the door will not have the same functionality once it's removed from the shrine.
So, Brother Bartleby, now that we've found you, I assume you'd like us to bring you back out. Can you tell us anything more about what is going on down here and what you'd like to do next?
Well, I would like to get to the surface to report in to Brother Sepulchre, but I really should clean this place up before I turn it over to him.
All right, you do that. We'll wait here.
If I showed up for a job and it looked like this, I would not take that job. So I should work on that. But I will maintain this place, and if you need to retreat here, this place will be kept safe for you.
All right. So what do you know about what's been going on around here? You mentioned the undead. Do you have any intel for us about what's been happening down here?
I have specifically read Diane and whatever he might be up to.
Yeah. I am not a fan. He is most offensive to me and my order. And the fundamentals of Jergal is that when you lay someone to rest, they stay dead. That is the natural order of things, is that there is life, and then there is death, and then that is it. So to come back from death it's just, I don't like to think about it. And this Diane creature is stomping about, claiming that these tombs, which I have been for years maintaining, doing the rites, speaking the words, making sure that the dead rest peacefully and that they are not restless spirits and whatnot. And he comes in here and starts trashing everything, and it's unacceptable.
Very rude.
Yes.
Damn kids.
Yes,
do you know anything about where his base of operations is down here? Is it nearby?
He attacked from the south. There was an abandoned laboratory and kind of workshop area there south of the tombs, and he seems to, I knew he was in there at first, and I didn't really feel like I could do anything about it. And then a few weeks later, it seemed like he was no longer content to call the laboratory and workshop his home, and he and his minions have invaded the tombs.
Well, I guess we ought to go take a look at that, right, everybody?
I would be careful. The laboratory, I don't know if you found others like these, but Hallister Blackcloak, the mad mage who built Undermountain, he has all of these various disused laboratories scattered throughout the complex, and it's like he set one up and work on some experiments and then get bored or distracted and go and build another laboratory
Cobalt
somewhere
to blow the place up. You have to move on to the next one.
I mean, so he's not always great about cleaning up after himself is the problem, and he's
Neither
long
are the
gone.
kobolds that took over after him.
I fear that this Diane character is far worse than any kobold.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah. Diane's a bummer.
Well, we should let's go check it out. Everybody think that's a good idea?
I think that sounds like a fine idea.
Sure.
All right, we took care of whatever's in here, so I guess we should turn around. We took a little rest. We're doing okay.
All right, so you're just going to hang out here, right, Bartleby? We'll come back for you, but we want to make sure that's
I'll be
cool
here. If you could, can we agree to like a knock so that I'll know that it's you and not undead coming through? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
If we knock,
that sounds like
if we
fun.
knock, it's us.
Oh.
If we don't knock, if we go brains, then it's probably not us.
I guess I was overthinking it.
I'll praise Bahamut loudly while knocking. How about that?
I appreciate it. I mean, obviously I have followed a different path in life, but I'm down with Bahamut.
My recommendation is if you hear a noise, you go behind your door.
I will do that. I was really getting tired of such small enclosed places, but it's better to make sure that I live my life and complete all my work.
Do you need a drink or some rations? We might be able to give you a little bit of...
If you had some water, I have not had but parched my thirst in several days, and my voice does not normally sound like this.
Now, if we come back and we do knock on this door to the north here, and you happen to be hiding back there, we aren't going to have any issues with that door, are we? That's just an undead thing, right?
No, and in fact, here I'll show you. It is not locked per se, but the mechanism of it is a little tricky, and it looks like he had it kind of locked from inside. So he shows you how to open and close and operate the doors to the inner sanctum, so that you can use it and come and go as you wish.
Great.
He's putting a lot of trust in you, but there was the whole saving his life thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll give him some of my water. I don't need to drink all of this.
Thank you.
And I'm a ranger. I store a gallon of water in my hump. And
Really?
That's a ranger thing, right?
Dude,
wow.
somebody who's not the ranger do a nature check. So
No, I believe him immediately.
Don't drink hump water, people. Unless you are desperate, do not drink the hump water.
All right. Well, I assume we each have a little bit of water we can share with the guy.
Yes.
I rolled a critical failure on my nature
exactly
check,
when
so.
we'll be back, we should probably leave him a reasonable amount to sustain him.
Yeah, he's just one quiet, crypt keeper. He doesn't need a lot to keep him going.
I'll give him a sandwich coupon so he can run up to the surface and get himself a sandwich if he gets peckish.
We had coupons this whole time?
We did.
Oh, by the way, that's Melik. He didn't talk before because he was pondering things, but
he's shy.
Brother Bartleby.
Tired,
He's a
now that
master.
we're resting.
Monty,
Thank you. Thank you for saving my life.
Yes, Melik, you should know, is an expert in many things, including orbs.
Ah.
I expected Melik to describe all the ways that he's a master of orbs, but okay.
Oh, well, okay. Well, there's small orbs. You can
Okay,
hold.
it's fine. We're done here.
Are you going to goad him on and then shut him down within like seconds? Come on.
Orbs are fascinating things. There's lots of things people don't know about orbs.
All right, now I'm
I
going
know
to shut
they
him
glow
down.
sometimes.
Shut up!
All right. I think
Melik, you should know that we've spoken to Brother Bartleby here, and he's going to hang out here. This is a good place of respite for us if we need to come back and rest at some point. But he really hasn't told us much of anything other than we should go south to find the vampire. So,
What else do you really need to know?
honestly, not much.
Like, you need to know things about orbs, but aside from that,
Just looking at you, I can ascertain that all of you will die untimely deaths. Was that what you were looking for?
we've heard that before,
Yeah,
I was hoping for timely.
that's barely even a prediction. We're adventurers. Come on.
and generally don't do anything in a timely fashion. So, speaking of which, we should probably go.
And so you do.
We're late for a date with a vampire.
You're going to head back east to the central crypt, correct?
That's the only way to go.
It's the only way out of the Shrine of Jergal.
The central crypt.
All right, I'm moving you to the central crypt. So you head east out of the Shrine of Jergal.
Why is this spooky ghost here?
And indeed, as soon as you open the door and proceed in there, you see your friend Acrid, who seems to be conversing with a rather spectral-looking creature.
Just say it, Tony.
A ghost.
A spooky ghost.
That's what you needed to hear?
Yep. I needed it. Thank you. I feel better now.
Oh, my friends are here. Julian Destry, I must introduce you. I walk
hi.
over and I grab Flessa and I squeeze her. I missed you. I was all alone.
Aw. Wait, I missed you too. We tried to look for you. I'm sorry I didn't see where you went, but I usually don't see where things go.
Well, I will carry you around with me now.
Hooray!
Guys, this Dragonborn seems a little needy.
Who's this
That's okay,
ghost
Hey, man,
here,
big, don't
Acrid?
judge.
And what happened to you? Where did you go?
I fell through the wall. I leaned a little too hard, I think. I do not know my own girth.
Well, I'm glad you found your way back to us.
I have that same problem.
I
So-
met
so
a
who's-
very unpleasant dragon lord, Dien Dorn. I don't remember his name. He
Diane?
wishes you all dead. I have some maps to show you.
Oh, maps.
Ooh. Who's Mr. Spooky Pants over here?
Oh, no. This is my
Spooky
friend
Pants.
Julian Destry. He is alone as well. He is searching
Hello.
for his wife, Amor Destry. We must help him find her.
Yes.
Bring her
My
back
name
to
is
peace.
Julaine Desprez. Perhaps you've heard of me. I was a magistrate of the city of Waterdeep.
I have not heard of you.
No.
Do-
Can I roll
are
a
you
history
sure?
check?
I'm assured I was quite important in my time.
I
How long
probably
ago
heard of
was
you
that time?
and then forgot
I-
about it.
I mean, time really has less meaning to me now.
Should we do a history check or do we care?
It's up to you whether you care or not.
I rolled an 8 on my history check.
Rizwan, I'll tell you that you don't even think Waterdeep has magistrates anymore, but you're not super confident in that knowledge.
Mine is a 16.
I have an 18.
You are
Show
confident that Waterdeep has not had magistrates in several hundred years.
Oh, my.
It's been a long time, friend.
Water-
I rolled a 21.
Yeah, you are confident that Waterdeep is ruled by a system based on a council of masked lords, which is theoretically a form of government that has emerged from previously when they had magistrates, but doesn't hold up to much political science scrutiny as to how it works and how the city functions.
You can't be a ruler of Waterdeep. I can see your face.
But isn't my face somewhat translucent?
He's
It's
got you there.
spooky.
That's even
Mr.
farther from being masked.
Mr. Desperate,
I have
you're-
the sigil of Waterdeep on my very robes. He shows you his robes. It does appear to be the sigil of Waterdeep. His robes look extremely out of date.
So just out of curiosity, what sort of state are you expecting to find your wife in? Maybe we should set some
well,
expectations
Is she also
here.
a ghost?
She is a ghost. Her remains have been removed. I am aware that I am no longer one of the living.
Oh,
You don't
phew,
need to
that was
be.
starting to get awkward.
Dude, did you know you're dead?
I
Did
was
you meet
at peace with it.
Did you meet as ghosts, or did you meet alive, or was one of you a ghost and one of you was not a ghost? I'm curious.
Romantic.
We were partners and married in life, and
Oh,
then
okay.
laid to rest here and rested quite peacefully for some time. But someone or something has removed her remains, and I can tell that her spirit is suffering, and I myself am no longer able to rest. And so I just
All right.
pace here, flitting about, talking to whatever creatures
Flitting.
pass through.
All right, I guess we should put that in our to-do list then with vampire lords and stuff.
Sure.
When was the last time
So,
you saw her?
Time is complicated when you are both dead and
Yes.
What
underground.
exactly should we be looking for?
Well, human remains.
I'm
She
just
ha-
gonna guess there's
There's
lots of those
those,
around here.
yeah.
She would have robes.
She bends
with
light
these
but
sigils
doesn't
on
block
them.
it.
These same sigils. He seems very excited about his sigils.
Oh.
Oh,
These old sigils
pretty.
that aren't used in Waterdeep anymore.
Yes, yeah. I did not know that. That is, I mean, I know times change and fashion is highly variable, but how
yeah,
is
that robe
Waterdeep?
is like totally last century.
How is Waterdeep?
Don't make the ghost sad. Guys.
There's a new
Seems to be
sandwich
good.
shop. It's pretty great.
Yeah. New restaurants.
What is a sandwich?
Oh.
Is that
Oh.
like a
Should
what
we
kind of
tell
witch?
him that
Is
a
that a
bugbear
sand
runs it, or
witch?
is he going to be racist about bugbear serving sandwiches in Waterdeep?
Maybe don't mention
Not
that.
mention.
Okay.
Mention.
Well, then you'll have a lot to talk to him about.
Well,
Um,
yeah, sandwiches are where you put meat or not in between two pieces of bread, and then you eat it, and it's very tasty.
young people and your inventions?
Meat or not, a
It's
Waterdeep
true.
podcast.
It's true.
So what is your wife's name again? Sorry.
Amori Despre.
That's Amori.
So when we see her, we'll say that's Amori, right?
Will she be likely to be talking to us, or should we just be looking for a pile of desiccated bones?
in a robe.
I mean, her spirit is tethered to her remains, and I can sense her suffering.
Are you going to come with us?
I can't leave this place unless you. I mean,
we can carry
could-
your remains around, I suppose.
I am concerned about the logistical implications.
I've
of
got
that.
room in my adventurer pack. I think I used up some of my rope. There's a little space in there.
That looks quite cramped. I think I'll just stay here and flit about if that's okay with you.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
okay.
Flit away.
Sure.
Flit away. So,
It's-
so we have in this room. We came from the north and we went to the west.
Correct.
So we don't know really what's going on to the east or the south in this room, right?
Correct.
We should probably investigate the doors to the east and the south just to get some idea. We know the Vampire Lord is to the south, but I think it's worth checking both to get some idea of what's behind those doors.
Yeah, there might be something nifty and shiny in the room off to the east. I'm just saying.
I show everyone the papers that I got from Vampire Lord Dayan.
Okay. So Acrid has previously picked up a kind of pile of notes that was left behind.
Boring.
There's a list of names, which are all of your names, and Acrid's name is circled on that list. There are there's various notes. They seem to be perhaps about magical or arcane rituals, and included in one of them is like a diagram with all of these lines and squiggles going all over the place.
Diagram? You mean it's really poorly drawn?
It's kind of like a map, but not really. It's hard to understand what's going on with it.
Where did you get these papers that have our names on them?
Well, you see, when I fell into this room, and he was sitting at a desk with a whole bunch of skeleton-like creatures, and they were at his desk. I think he was working on them. He
That's
wanted me
creepy.
to tell you all to leave.
I don't like that they know about us.
What?
He said you were meddling in his plans.
Well, we do that.
It's very disturbing.
Yeah, sounds like us.
He didn't seem exceptionally friendly, though well-mannered, and had good hair.
Did he spell our names right?
My reading skills are only so-so.
The names appear to be spelled correctly in a rather kind of flourishy script.
I see.
Nothing but the best for you, Monty. So
There were no orbs in his presence.
None at all?
No, I'm sorry.
All right. I'm going to go over to the east door and listen. That's the door,
Okay.
right?
Yep. So there are doors to the north, south, east, and west. You came from the north. You've explored to the west. Peter is going to listen at the door to the east. It is quiet.
And, before we leave this room, we should probably introduce Kay to our spectral, spooky pants
Kay,
friend.
This is Kay. Kay, do you want to introduce yourself to our ghosty friend?
Hello, ghosty friend. Might you have a name? I am Kay. I am a druid. And unfortunately, I can't really sense you quite very well. You're made of nature, but not quite nature-y enough for me, I think.
No, I'm Julaine Despres. I am a ghost, formerly magistrate of Waterdeep. Perhaps you have heard of me. Your other friends had not.
Yes, I think I recall that possibly. Kay does a history check.
Nope.
No,
we're trying not to break it to him that it's been like beyond memory of Waterdeep how long he's been gone.
He's just like a mayor, so
he's very important in his
Magistrate.
worldview.
Magistrate.
Yes.
Those are important.
yeah. Around the Civil War, he was a big deal. I get it.
Yeah.
Have
So
we
he's
already
just
been explained what the thingy in the middle of the floor is?
That's the thing that regenerated the health of the zombies when they stepped on it, as I recall.
Oh, I will not
I
touch
wouldn't
that.
suggest stepping on it.
Yeah, it only works on undead creatures.
Oh, this could be good for you, Julian.
Didn't we wipe that thing off the floor before?
I believe you did some work to kind of
Scuffed it.
Yeah, it's been limited in its power.
Okay, I'm going to listen to the south door just for fun. Peter, not a chatty
does
type
sound
right
fun.
now, and taking his leadership role seriously is checking all the exits. So I rolled a 22 to perception.
That's a pretty solid roll. I'm going to tell you that you hear, it sounds almost like kind of a rhythmic thrumming from the south.
Was that
Could
you
be
thrumming, or were you just saying from a bunch?
That was it. That's as good as it gets.
Okay.
And what did you hear to the east?
Nothing.
Silence.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I sort of went into my elven trance for a minute there. Did Torrid say where she was, that she fell through the wall and ran into this person?
Acrid.
That wanted
She's
to...
not Torrid. She's Acrid.
Acrid, Torrid.
Acrid,
Torin, Carbalasar.
Kay. Yes, that's. I have many names.
Hagrid.
Not that one.
Pardon? I point from where I came. I followed the bloody footprints. You covered your tracks exceptionally well.
Okay.
Do people want to go into the quiet door and check it out, or do we want to move south and try to get into more trouble?
We should
Is
I'll
say
do
the
it quiet.
south door?
I mean, I want to look in the room to the east because maybe there's something in there that would be helpful for us later on, or maybe there's something shiny.
I like shiny things.
I'm not
Shiny
opposed
things
to
are
that.
usually quiet things. They don't go thrum as a general rule.
Yeah. Well, should we check this door for trappage, and then
Sure.
give it a peek? Give a peek through there.
Quiet things might also mean deadly statues.
Or just dead creatures in
That's
there
good.
standing silently in the dark waiting for someone to come by so they can eat them.
Don't blink.
Well, we don't have to go in there.
No, I love that.
You don't have to do anything. This is a story we tell together where we argue about which doorway we're going to fight in.
Okay. Can I check for traps, Tony? And how do I do that? Is that perception again?
Sure.
I, too, am going to try to perceive some traps.
I got a 5. It doesn't seem trapped at all.
I got a 28.
Jeez.
It seems like this is a trap-free door, and you feel very confident in your trap.
All right. Somebody
I'm
stealthy.
pretty sure this door is trap-free, folks. I think we can go through this.
Somebody stealthy should try to open it stealthily and peek inside and see what's in there.
Yeah, that's me, too.
That's not me.
All right, I'm going to quietly try to open the door and peek around the corner and see if I can see anything with my low light elven vision. Well, that's a 1.
You fall through the door.
Plus a 9, which makes it a 10.
You fall through the door, and several of your friends that were crowded behind you to see what was going on also fall through the door.
Hello.
So let's just go check out what that room looks like.
Ooh, it's a chessboard.
You can decide to come back if you want. So there's the door opens, and you fall through. There's a very short hallway, and then it opens into a rather large chamber with a black and white alternating tile pattern across the entire floor, except on the very far side of the chamber, many, many feet away from you, you can see several chests. Some of them are open and glittering with gold.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap. It's totally a trap.
Somebody hold back Flessa before she runs
I'm
across
still
the floor.
holding Flessa, by the way.
Trap.
I just imagine you like holding her off the air and like her little feet just like are trying to run across the room already.
The legs are still
10,
going.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh God, why am I in the front?
Maybe we should throw some copper pieces out there and see what happens to them.
I can try and shoot one of these with an arrow and see what it does.
I have a thing called Mage Hand, which lets me take things magically. But, do your arrow thing.
Well, I'm thinking if I shoot an arrow across the floor and there's some sort of trap on these things, perhaps the arrow will burst into flames or something.
Oh, cool. Yeah, do that.
And secondly, if it's a mimic on the other side, then, maybe it'll run around after we shoot it. So I'm going to take a shot at the biggest and shiniest chest of all. And I'm I wonder if can I attach a rope to the back without it?
No, that's not, we've discussed this.
We did this once. I swear to God I did it once.
Not across a room that big, if I recall correctly.
Come on, it's rope. You can do anything with rope.
I hate you so much.
Did not end well.
All right, fine. I'll just shoot it. Fine. DM doesn't want me to have any fun.
You got to get special like archery rope, which is more like string, I imagine.
Archery rope. Damn it! I knew I forgot to buy something at the bazaar.
Oh yeah, did I mention that the bazaar is sold out of archery rope?
Oh man,
that's bizarre.
I assume how bizarre! How bizarre! I assume this is a ranged basic I'm making here, Tony.
Yes.
Okay.
See, Eric, in the part of the country where I live, those words are just pronounced the same. So.
If we assume that I'm +9 versus AC, that's a 15.
Okay, you know what? It turns out that the chest is not very agile. So, Alestrin spends some time. He knocks an arrow, lines up his bow, and the arrow whistles across the chamber with perfect accuracy, thunk, right into the big chest he was aiming for.
Ooh, that was a good use of an arrow.
Nothing seems to happen to the arrow. Keep track of how many arrows you have.
The floor, the little markings on the floor. I lean down to inspect them a little bit more.
Okay.
Does it just look like they just like tile? What are they?
Shiny black and white, ebony and ivory tiles. Each of them, a 5x5 square.
Are they working together in perfect harmony?
Well, it's hard to say.
You got there before I did. Damn it!
They seem to just be tiles.
We all know that tiles are the same wherever you go.
There are good and bad tiles in every room.
Let's take something heavy and throw it somewhere on one of the tiles to see if they activate something.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off.
Are you thinking like Flessa?
No, I'm still holding Flessa.
Hey, maybe just toss something out onto one of the tiles first.
And maybe I'll swing my grappling hook that's attached to my 100-foot rope, and I will.
Oh, there's an arrow over there you can anchor it to.
Door. I don't know if I could throw it that far.
If you're scared of the floor, maybe we should push one of those wooden coffins into the room and see what happens.
We could do that in front of us, so at least if one of these tiles activates by that, I like this idea. Yeah,
well, maybe we should just start by tossing a coin out there before we start pushing bodies around.
Sure. I just didn't want to be used, as the test.
Well, if it's pressure sensitive by weight, it has to be something heavier than a coin. But we could try one.
Well, let's start with the coin, and
I'll
then we
throw
can work up to slightly heavier objects.
Well, yeah.
3 coins,
1
5
coin,
coins.
1 coin.
Yeah. The coin skitters across the tile. It's sitting on there.
Doesn't spark or burst into flames or bring down a hail of arrows?
Quite frankly, I don't even care if all of these tests pass. This is so obviously a trap.
It really is.
That I just would like to go and leave this room.
Really, Peter? You think the room that ends at a dead end with a checkerboard and a ton of treasure on the other side of it might be a trap?
There's treasure.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's so shiny.
yes.
How many feet across is the room?
Too
Probably
many.
too far to
25,
jump.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
I think it's about 70.
What's the range of Boss's mage hand? Because I mean, he could at least get a couple shiny things for us if it reaches that far. I mean, what are the chances that the gold itself is cursed?
Feet? What is a mage hand?
We'll have to ask the Orb Meister himself.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like
he's
that's like
taciturn
70,
right now.
60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
70 feet.
Yeah,
Might be out of
75.
range.
Well,
You know, I'm
I
just
could
saying
throw
there's
up
been
a
lots of people
wall.
down in the Undermountain, and this gold is still here. And that's not because we're the first ones to find it. It's because everybody else who tried to go get it died or ran away.
I don't see any
We
skeletons.
get it, Peter. We're just idiots.
Does somebody want to make an Arcana check?
I can do that.
Nah, no.
It doesn't seem like a good idea. I don't even know why the DM mentioned it.
I can't do that.
Wait, where is
13.
Monty?
He had some computer problems. We encouraged him to reboot. He's very angry at his computer right now.
Acrid rolls a 13 on an Arcana check. You're not
Go
the
shoot his space
greatest
gun at Lauren
arcanist.
Green.
So, yeah.
Oh,
I rolled a 5.
Wow. Why do we keep you guys around?
Well, you do have a wizard that is just not here at the table.
no doubt human body
Yeah.
shields.
I got a 14. But I have no real Arcana knowledge.
How about let's have Melik roll? What should I roll for Melik, Tony?
I can find out. Roll the
You know,
d20.
I'm going to give it a shot. What the heck?
If you
Yeah,
get
that's a
really
3.
high.
I got a
Never
12.
mind.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you for trying.
I got a rock.
Melik adds plus 13 to an Arcana check.
Nice.
Wow. That's great.
So
That guy
Peter,
knows
you want to
some
roll
stuff.
that?
5.
Well,
Oh,
that was it. So,
Okay.
so that's 25.
all right.
25.
Melik is quiet. He's really focused on rebooting his orb right now. But he takes some time to look up
Software
at you and
problems with his
says,
orb.
yeah, he's like tapping on it and he's like, it's hard to tell which side is up on an orb. That's the one thing they don't tell you about an orb.
A little window drifts out from the mystic mists and says, "We are now improving your orb experience."
I told him that he should use an apple as his orb, but instead he's chosen this strange orb from the north. So, you know, that's just how it is.
Damn
Look,
orbs from the
I'm-
north.
I'm still working on this, but I can tell you that this room is radiating some very powerful magic. Those tiles are not physical in any way, but they're full of magic.
Okay.
Also,
Except
at
what?
times.
Except imagine Monty saying it.
And the range of mage hand is only 5 squares, so not helpful.
Yeah, I say we quietly back out and close the door behind us,
Let's get out of here.
and maybe like lock it.
Yep, and so you do.
I wonder if the ghost knows anything about this room.
I don't know why I spend so long making maps that we'd never see, but that's okay.
It's a beautiful map.
I mean,
was
obvious trap.
beautifully-
beautifully
obvious
terrifying.
trap.
Very
map.
beautiful.
It was
Hey,
intimidating
see-through
in its
dude.
glory.
See-through
Excuse
dude.
me, Miss.
Do you know anything about that
Magister
room?
How dumb
Esprit.
do you think we are? Pretty dumb.
Well, it depends. I mean, you know, just because it was it was clearly trapped, right?
Yes.
It's up to you whether you want to deal with that. And the answer to that is totally reasonable. Like, no, we don't want to deal with a trapped room.
Well, that's not what we're here for.
We
maybe on
once
the way
we come
back.
back this way, maybe we'll
Maybe once
be
we dispatch
feeling
this
good.
vampire dude.
You are free to do whatever. I try to make dungeons that are not 100% linear so that you can make choices. So,
Magistrate Esprit.
hello.
Do you know anything about the room to the east?
I have not been that way, nor have I seen any creatures go that way. All of these various zombies and ghouls and whatnot, they seem to move back and forth between the north and the south, and there was a group that went to the west, but they've all steered totally clear of the east. That seems kind of strange. I had not thought about it, but
That's
Yes.
what we need. We need a
What-
zombie. We need to take him in that room, and then we need to throw a brain across to the other side.
what was over there?
A trap.
Shiny
Obvious trap.
things, so
Obvious
many
It
trap.
shiny
looked like a
things.
chessboard.
All right, so
Also your wife's ghost.
let's open
You know,
the door
just
to the
kidding.
south. Shall we? Can somebody stealthily do that, and we'll get some rhythmic thrumming?
It worked great
Sure.
last time.
Is it trapped?
Let's check.
I guess we should check for traps first. Dun, dun, dun.
Kay is not good at checking for traps.
17.
17.
It does not appear to be trapped.
All right, you want to do some stealthy opening there, Alestrin?
I'll do my best. Is there anybody else stealthy in the crowd here that might be?
I'm stealthy.
You want to give it a shot this time, Flessa? I didn't
I'll
fare so
try
well
that.
last time. I'll be in the back. I'll be the guy that falls over when you trip into the room.
I rolled a 2, but that still gets us a 13.
All right. So you managed to just open the door just a little bit to look through. Is that what you're trying to do right now?
Yes.
I put her on the
Okay.
ground.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
There is a kind of a narrow chamber beyond. It's lit.
Wait,
and
was
you
she
see
trying to be stealthy while you were still holding
Yes,
her?
yes.
Were you like,
That's why she
Well,
rolled
you know
so
what?
moving her
poorly.
into the room?
the benefit is that when you're being held up and carried by somebody else, your footsteps don't make any
Super
noise.
quiet.
That is true.
That was when she was
But I
carrying
weigh
you.
300 pounds, so
She's stealthy.
no one can hear anyone with me walking around.
When there was one set of bloody footprints, that's when the Dragonborn was carrying you.
That explains the rhythmic thrumming. This is Dragonboard steps.
So,
boy.
Flessa, there's a rather strange sight beyond. There are several. They look like they're suits of armor, but there's kind of a fire inside of them.
This does
and
not
there's
look
two of
friendly.
these creatures
No.
kind of pacing about in the room beyond.
The checkerboard room is looking much more friendly right now.
No.
Maybe we
All right,
can
I
have
will
them
sort of-
pace in there.
Ease the door back, like pretty much close, and report what I saw. Say,
Okay.
are they shiny? I just want to know if they're shiny.
They do not look particularly shiny.
So we should
Well,
just
they're
go back
flaming.
up to the
That seems
surface
shiny.
and tell our buddy to come down and take his post and go to
the
the
venture
pub.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, but what are we going to do about our sandwich tab? I want more sandwiches.
Oh crap!
Plus,
Well-
there's that whole Ermbrusk mystery that's just scraping away at
All
me.
right, yeah, no, you're right. It's
feel
the
like we
right
need
thing
to
to
solve
do.
that.
I'm a paladin. I'm all for the right thing to do, and these things are a hideous.
They look pretty evil.
Yeah, there's subversion of nature, and Bahamut would not approve of them. All right, okay, and
Peter Dragonford, lawful good, but also somewhat forgetful.
and Peter,
Lawful, forgetful.
well, he's working on it, right? He's working on his paladin skills and his leadership skills. He's still a work in progress, and
Maybe they're friendly.
Thus encouraged, he begins to open the doors.
Are you
And
just
so
going to go
do.
blasting in?
Well, I'm hoping people. Yes, that's what we're doing. Ready your arrow, Alestrin, so that we might surprise them as we open the doors.
Okay, I'll ready an arrow, although I cannot approve of this plan.
Okay, all right. Well, how do you want to do this? But I'm going to open these doors momentarily, so you tell me how you want me to do this.
Well, you're the leader. You go ahead and blast through the door. That's cool.
Did you
want
wanna try to
I'll
talk
stand
to
back
him
here with my
first?
arrow.
No, they're suits of armor with fire. They're very bad. I can tell. And I think I
They
can
This
seem
is
tell.
the
friendly.
door that was covered in blood and had a vampire talking at us through it.
I'm
so-
just, but
yeah.
people who've got good ranged attacks, I would recommend that if we can get a surprise on them, that would be great, because I don't have that, and some of you do. So, yeah,
Well, then
let's do
perhaps,
it.
I'm all for surprises.
Yeah, somebody stealthy should push the door open so I can just take a shot.
All right, that's
All right.
fine. That sounds good.
I can stay at the front and push the door open, I guess.
right.
Because I also have a ranged attack, so.
We're fairly certain that we want to just take a shot at them, right? There's no chance that these guys are friendly ghosts like Desprez here in the corner.
It won't be for long.
There's some
Maybe we
dudes,
should-
some flaming dudes in armor.
Maybe we should
Right
ask
now,
him
Malik.
about the guys in the armor. Maybe he knows them.
the
Maybe
south.
they're his friends. Mr.
And maybe
Mr.
Malik
Spooky
knows what these
Pants?
things are.
Julian Destree, do you know of
Julian.
these suits of armor with fire coming out of it?
I have not had the pleasure of meeting their acquaintance. Are they voters?
Maybe
They
not.
won't be when we're done with them.
Hey,
Oh,
maybe
okay,
boss,
okay.
boss, you should see if you know anything about magic suits of armor with flames in them. Arcana check.
Well, I know some things, naturally. Some suits of armor, you may not know this, orb-shaped.
Well,
I did not.
do you
know
run
that.
around in them like a hamster ball?
Oh, I want one.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That
That
seems
would
like it'd
make
be
this
very
entire
effective, actually.
adventure so much easier.
And for these things, I know as
hamsters.
much as a
So
26 knows.
Okay, Melik, you didn't see these things, but just based on Flessa's quick description, you would be well familiar with the legendary tales of what is called a helmed horror. A helmed horror is basically it's a animated construct. It looks like a suit of armor with some kind of fire inside of it. They are created from the proud tradition of things created by wizards to kill other wizards. What could go wrong?
Well, we've only got one wizard.
In particular that Hallister, who was the creator of the Undermountain, had many of these throughout Undermountain to serve as his kind of personal guard. Since he hasn't been seen in several centuries, they tend to be influenced by other less scrupulous creatures who use them for whatever guard duties that one might need, or they're just kind of patrolling around Undermountain, set on whatever programming they were given centuries ago.
Is there a way for Melik to perhaps subvert their programming and take control of them?
If you knew the owner's command word, you could do that.
How much do you know about this Hallister guy?
It's probably command word 123.
Password.
People don't usually change it from the default password. It's true.
It's longswordfish.
How many of them are there?
Animated suits of armor.
All right.
Thanks, dude.
Good.
You're a huge help.
How
I can
many?
see why you
Well, we
spent all
won't-
those years studying.
We won't
There's
try to.
not a secret button on the back that will make them collapse.
We won't
which I
try to
think-
reason with them. So
Flessa, do you know how many you saw?
I saw two. Two of them, and they were kind of like walking around.
They do that.
more magical wisdom from Melik.
Yet
knowledge,
another
good knowledge.
incredibly useful factoid from the halls of Melik.
Ooh, could I tell? Was that what the thrumming was, or did it seem like the thrumming was coming from elsewhere?
It did not seem related. You could hear it also. It seemed to be something else in that chamber, not the
But
creatures themselves.
they weren't the things that were thrumming, though. They were just burning.
Burning, thrumming, still some problems there.
All right, well, I'm on board
Okay,
with the
let's
push
kill
the
him.
door open and shoot these things
I
plan
think that's
now.
the way to do it. Get a surprise if we can, and then rush in and take them out. Get a surprise, some ranged attacks, maybe some magic, and then
All right,
we'll go
I'm going
hit
to
'em.
move you to
I
the
can
next.
spew some
I don't
acid.
think people aren't that impressed with magic these days. Apparently, ineffable truths aren't impressive enough anymore.
All right. Here's what I'm going to have you do. You guys are going to try and get through the room, get into the room really quickly, and take them by surprise, right? So,
Well, I was just going to take a shot from behind.
well, here's what I'll let you do. If everybody make a stealth check. If more than half of you get higher than 15, you get a surprise round. If half of you don't do that, then not so much.
I did not make it.
I didn't make it.
I was hoping to take a
I
shot
did.
before anybody else went into the room,
I did not. Did not make it.
which doesn't seem like it should be dependent on everybody else's rolls, but okay.
Well, we have to decide whether we're standing behind you drinking beer and hooting.
I got a 27.
Get him! See like that.
It looks like not very many of you did very well. So
Well, it was three of us, I think. Was it three?
let's see. Math. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. So why don't you guys all roll initiative? And
Everyone
we'll-
rolls with a +2 if they are within 10 squares.
Oh yeah, right. Akron's back with our +2 bonus to
Akron's back.
initiative,
Oh, that makes mine 19, not a 17 then.
and mine's 14.
I have a
18.
7.
I get a +1 to initiative. Yay. So I get +3.
My 7 includes that bonus.
21.
All right. Give me a second while I get this set up. And I should roll initiative for them, huh? That'll be important.
No, don't bother. I don't think that's important at all.
All right. Let's see. So, Flessa, what did you get?
19.
Peter, what did you get? He's not there. Kay, what did you get?
4.
Oh dear.
You're a little surprised. Alestrin, how'd you do?
I ended up with a whopping 11.
Okay. Melik?
His
Microphone
mic's
is
unplugged.
Okay. Rizwin, how'd you do?
I got a 21.
Okay.
Melik was a 7.
Melik is a 7. Akrid, how did you do?
I got an 18.
Okay. Did Peter say what he got before he disappeared?
He has...
He rolled a 14.
It looks like a 14 here.
14.
All right, I'll put that in.
Yep, 14.
All right, so I've got them all in, and now I need to reorder them.
Now, is this a helmed horror or a helmed horror? It makes a big difference if that
It's
extra syllable is pronounced.
It's a helmed horror.
Oh, these ones aren't so bad then.
Is that true? I don't.
The helmet horrors, they think they're so cool. Just don't make a deal with them.
All right, so
hipsters.
you guys are just kind of scattered around at the
Hipster
top of the
helmet
map.
horrors.
Why don't you decide who was the first through the door and place yourself like in the first 2 squares there / behind the doorway. So arrange yourselves on the map.
Okay, so I'm the one that's opening the door
Yeah.
with the stealth check, so...
I imagine Peter is probably in the front too.
Probably.
I'm probably right in the middle.
Hey, Melik, say something.
Akrid just stepped on me. Oops. Hi,
Oh,
Akrid.
sorry.
It's okay.
Problems.
Dragonborns
Thank you.
are always so polite.
I'm short, but
Yeah, we can't hear him.
silent but deadly.
I'm going to step away from the mic for a second, see if you can troubleshoot him, and if anyone else needs to just take a quick break, and then we'll do the fight, okay?
How come we can't see our initiatives in your list?
Oh, you can't? Then, because
Nope.
that means I did something wrong, because I can see him.
It's a
What can,
secret.
I'm sorry, what can you see? You
The
can
helmed
see...
We can
horror.
only
The
see
helmed
our-
horror.
What the heck? Sorry, I thought I did this right, and the answer is I didn't.
I think this happened last time too.
Technical difficulties.
I think it has to do with, like, what token the initiative is. And I think it's like, this is showing the token that's, like, the copy of your token. I apologize. I'm probably going to have to redo that.
Damn it,
So
Tony.
You just see Helmed Horror.
Yep.
Right.
That's right. This gives me like a big chunk to cut out when I'm editing.
Yeah.
There's something very satisfying about like
We don't
just
want-
taking
we
a
don't want
huge
you to
chunk
get-
and going boop.
Yeah,
Gone.
that's good.
Gone.
Well, that's this one.
None of this
Hey, everybody.
happened.
We're just playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's not a real thing. It's role playing. Take this out. Take it all out.
This is the sort of exciting content you can look forward to if you become an incomparable member.
Yeah.
First class
It's bonus
people include
content
such
where we don't
gems
do
as
anything.
All right. Do you now
It's
see
the time
them
we
on
troubleshooted
the...
Bunty.
They all say
Yes,
0.
yes.
But
Yep,
we see
that's
they
because I
are
have
all
Double
there.
shot.
It's okay. I did this wrong. I'm going to have to remember to do that right the next time. It was like associating it with the token on the other map,
Oh,
which
hey,
is not here.
I can change my own number.
All right,
Oh,
I'm
cool.
playing the rest of
Everybody-
this round under
Ooh.
protest because of the issues with the initiative.
There you go.
Everybody put their initiative in. I'll be right back.
Done.
Oh, you can
That's
do it
cool.
yourself?
Yeah, I put in 4
Ooh,
brackets.
suddenly I have a 28.
Ooh, honor system. I don't know if I like this.
I mean, it's always
Peter's
kind
got
of,
a 99.
kind of been.
That's the best
That's a hell of an
initiative.
initiative.
Yeah.
Wow.
You are a real
Paladins have
go-getter,
a lot
a
of initiative.
self-starter.
Peter's got a 99 initiative, but something.
Yeah, something.
My
Ooh,
initiative
2
is
stars.
secret.
That is
But
really high.
Melik.
And Kay
Let's
has
One.
two
Just
asterisks.
change what the hook horrors one is. That's the best way to do this.
Hold on. All right, I have to do a test here.
Question mark?
Leston's a mysterious question mark. Here, I'll put it in. How'd you do a frowny face? That's awesome.
That's more like a constipated face,
I
really.
guess it kind of
That's
is.
a really
Well,
unhappy face.
It's a,
We now
that's a
know how
specific
she's going to
type of frown.
attack the helmed horrors.
Hi, can people hear me? And do I sound like a robot?
Yeah,
You
sound
sound
great.
fantastic.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
You
Your
sound like a
visage is
wizard.
frozen in space, however.
Of course it is.
But you sound great, which is the most important thing.
True.
Although your freeze frame is a really bad one, I gotta tell you. You look like you're coughing up a hairball, but otherwise it's great. Oh man, I gotta take advantage of this whole beer break thing.
Yeah.
So we got Monty back.
I was going to go
Yeah,
get more
kind of.
water, but
And then we
Steven's
just
recording
lost
in the other room,
Steve.
so I would be too noisy.
Damn it,
That's
Steven.
rough.
Mhm.
Um,
I'll
We've
just
got
make
ev-
him bring me a drink when he's done recording.
That's the way to do it.
how Melik's initiative is 7 square? That's not valid.
I didn't put a square
That's
in
right.
there.
It's 7 robot.
I just put
That's
in
a
7.
robot.
It's just a square.
I don't think I can sort them when they're. Oh no, it still sorts it correctly, even with the emojis. That's actually delightful.
Why does it not show the robot? The robot is the best part.
Maybe I'm on the wrong browser. I just see a square. So.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
How do you? I don't even know how you put an emoji in there.
Control Command Spacebar on a Mac.
Wow.
Oh, that doesn't help me.
I didn't know that was a thing.
At all.
So. All right. So let's see. We got people. This is still part of this thing that Erica will cut out. We should make more mistakes so that you don't get rusty.
So many mistakes.
Yeah, because that's totally a danger.
That's how editing works, right? So.
Tony, when I try and send you an instant messages just wants to quit unexpectedly, so I don't know what's going on. Apparently, it doesn't like you.
I don't know. Lots of things don't like me, so why would messages be any different?
It's very strange.
My instant messenger program doesn't like you.
I don't like you either.
Oh, no, I have a square.
I gave you a unicorn.
Oh.
No.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
Let's see. I didn't build the edge of this map
great.
quite long enough for people to fit off the thing. All right.
Lesson to be learned: build every map at least 7 squares wider and longer than needed, just in case. Because
Ren, I just got a screenshot of something.
Yes.
Oh, Melik's
Fewer
unfrozen.
monsters and more treasure, please.
Peter's a dragon. Is that
Peter's a
Bahamut?
dragon.
Or is that the unicorn?
It's the emoji
Actually,
dragon,
that dragon
so it
should
might
probably
be Bahamut.
That's just his backpack.
accurate.
It's the applique on his backpack. His mom did that for him.
All right. Are we ready for reels?
Almost.
I think I am actually connected. All right, let's start the game.
Okay. So we've rolled initiative. Here's what happened. You attempted to sneakily burst into this room and get the drop on these helmed horrors. Unfortunately, what happened? Some people are sneakier than others, and Alestrin, here's what you did.
What?
You were not entirely in on the plan, and you fired an arrow at the helmed horror as your group tried to sneak into the room. So you get your attack that you were complaining about, and that's the story for how it ruined the surprise round. So,
But I got a 27 on my stealth check. Why am I the fall guy here?
because your friends are clumsier than you. Do you want to roll a ranged basic attack that I'm giving you as pity on that helmed horror?
Sure, why not?
Take it.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, it's a 2. But with my my awesome elven abilities, that's actually an 11, which is also not good.
What?
Great
Do you
story,
have elven
Steve.
accuracy?
You like that? So it's an 11. No one's impressed.
So that woke up the
arrow-
helmed horrors, then clunk. Oh,
You managed to put the arrow directly between both helmed horrors, who look at the arrow, whistle past their heads, and then turn and look in the direction of all of you in the doorway.
Can we tell what they're looking at, or is it just flames?
Hey.
They have. I mean, they don't have a face per se, but they have kind of a helmet because they're basically like a walking suit of armor. So the helmet has a clear front, and there's kind of like some orange crackly fire inside of it. So you can't really tell like you can't tell if they're making eye contact with you, but you can see what direction they're facing.
So the good news
really
is, guys,
wish we had a
we are all
fire
set to make
extinguisher.
s'mores.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Rizwin, I believe you rolled highest on the initiative order.
Surprisingly, not sure how that worked out. Yes.
Because you're awesome. Don't downplay yourself.
Hey, I will take this one. Well, I have short, stubby legs, so I can't run in and smash them in the face with my hammer. I don't think.
How speedy are you? That's not a very long distance.
I think it's long for a dwarf.
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Yikes.
Speed. I don't even know where my speed.
It's
oh,
not
that's
racism
okay.
from Flessa. She's just ignorant.
But you
I'm just short.
But you
But
can
no,
do some
actually,
fire and
I
fire
can-
action, and
I can only go 5
I don't know if that
in
would
one
damage
round.
them or heal
So
them.
what
But that
you
gets you
could-
close enough to attack from range with your fancy holy fire thing.
The other thing
That's
you could do,
true.
Rizwin, that probably hasn't come up for you because usually your friends get in the way first. You could move and then do a charge, and a charge lets you do basically a second move, and it has to be a basic attack at the end of it. But that would basically be a way that you could close with one of the helmed horrors and hit it. if you wanted
sweet.
to. You could also move partway into the room and do a ranged attack. Yeah.
I will. I mean,
You could also run and get there, but then you sacrifice some of your
I would not
no
recommend
charge.
that.
attack.
All
I like
alone
charging.
there.
Charging is great.
Mm-hmm.
Charging.
I
ABC,
recommend
always
you
be
just
charging.
using your move as a
Charge
run.
it.
Which
Okay.
one do you want to charge?
This guy right here.
Okay, so you run, you not run, but you bolt across the thing. Your friends are like, "Whoa!" And you close with that helmed horror, and you get to do a basic attack against that helmed horror.
Great. Let's see. What is my actual roll bonus? I'm not actually certain. Basic attack, blah, blah. Melee basic. I roll 1d20 plus 7 versus AC. 14.
All right. Unfortunately, a helmed horror is basically a walking suit of armor, and as such, it's pretty
We've
tough.
established that.
So you bolt across the room, and you have no trouble hitting him, but you feel like you didn't even dent the armor as you swing at it. You feel like maybe that wasn't the best swing. It was hard. You probably hadn't done a lot of like running and hitting at the same time. But you're there right up next to the helmed horror. Anything else you want to do? That was your move and your attack. So you have a minor.
I have minor left. I do not, I believe, currently have any
exciting minors.
Oh, actually, yeah, because I already used Shield of Faith earlier today. So yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So Flessa, you'll be next. Akrid, you are on deck. Let's see if I can move.
Means Peter's in the hole.
Is okay?
That so often happens.
Can I move in front of Peter to get in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Akrid, you're next. Flessa's going right now.
Oh, okay. Flessa's okay.
Sorry.
I'll wait.
I will sly flourish from the doorway. Actually, I think I need to move in order to not have a penalty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. So I'll come in that far, let's say. And do I have a penalty at attacking the one that's right next to Rizwin because she's giving it? Okay, I didn't think so. All right, then I am going to.
Rizwin knows enough to not try and catch the dagger that you're throwing past her.
All right.
And I'm short.
Yeah, and you're short. Yeah, good combination, short and smart. So.
And do I have combat advantage because they haven't yet moved? Or is
they
it
do.
just...
You do.
Okay. All right. Sly flesh. All right, so I roll a 29 to hit. And for damage...
That misses.
Oh, yeah. Please tell me 29 hits. Otherwise,
29
we are
hits.
going to get sandwiches. Okay, so then that's a 16 for damage, which is lousy because that's 2 1s, but whatever.
Still pretty sweet.
I still hit it.
Okay, yeah. So you hit the helmed horror soundly in the head. The dagger kind of bounces around several times inside the suit of armor and then clatters to the ground and then magically appears in your hand again.
Is it really hot when it comes back to my hand?
It does feel a little warm to the touch.
Okay, well, as long as it's not burning me, I'll be ready for next time. I do have a minor, but is that a melee one? It is. Okay. All right, then I will be done for now.